Come down onto your back. Bend your knees and place your feet on your mat slightly wider than your hips. Let your knees rest against one another. Arms are alongside you in Shavasana arms. Take a couple breaths. And take your arms out into cactus arms. And let your knees rock side to side. Really let your hips rock side to side. Imagine your knees are just following along for the ride. You're moving through water, nice and slow. Next time you come back through center, draw your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Have your knees together if you can. Flex your feet back towards you. Curl your head and shoulders up off the mat. Press your low back down and feel your belly inflate against your thighs with every inhale. Exhale, squeeze in a little tighter. And then release, interlace your hands over your right shin and extend your left leg down to the bottom of your mat and let your head and shoulders come down onto your mat. Flex both ankle joints so all 10 toes curl back towards you. And feel your inner left thigh spin down towards the mat so that your left toes point straight up towards the ceiling. You can even take a quick peek and make sure your left hip, knee, and ankle are all in one line. And breathe here. And gently release, extend your leg down your mat, stretch back, and then pull your left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers and engage your right leg. Press through your right heel as much as you want to pull your left knee in towards you. Feel your inner right thigh spin down towards your mat. And slowly on your next exhale, release both legs long. And then step your feet back in. Knees will be bent, feet hip-width distance apart. Make sure you can graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips as your arms extend alongside your hips and lift your hips. Coming into a bridge variation. Relax your glutes, press your knees forward, and lift your chest up towards your chin. Breathe into your chest. Try to keep your belly contained. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower all the way down. Take a couple breaths. Let your back plate of your pelvis rest. And option 2, lift your hips again. This time you can roll your shoulders underneath you one at a time and clasp your hands underneath you. Again, maintain your glutes are soft. Press the knees forward by pressing into your heels. Breathe into your chest. And make sure the back of your skull is rooted flat onto the mat. Release your arms slowly into a big T shape or cactus arms, and one vertebrae at a time lower down. Scoot your hips over to the left side of your mat and let your knees fall over to the right for a twist. Eyes will be up towards the ceiling or over towards your left shoulder, whatever is more comfortable for your neck. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your hips through center and all the way over to the right side of your mat. And look over your right shoulder if that's comfortable. And notice the different experience on this side. And breathe. On your next inhale, slowly make your way back through center and reset your hips in the middle of your mat. Bring your knees in towards you nice and wide and reach for the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Make sure your tailbone is rooted, so if you have to slide your hands down towards the top of your shin, you can, for happy baby pose. Just a breath or two more. And as you release, come back to constructive rest pose, just like we started our class. Feet wider than your hips. Lift your hips up and just lower them back down to settle your low back. Depending on how much time you have, give yourself anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes here to allow the benefits of your practice to absorb. Namaste.